You may uncover several lovable creatures when deep-sea diving, and you will love observing them. However, certain creatures may be lethal if approached too closely. In this video we are going to talk about top 10 dangerous creatures in the world. So before starting this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Here are the top 10 dangerous sea creatures. Number 10. Sharks. Whenever we consider the risks of our waters, the shark promptly comes to mind. Taking into account the amount of time we spend in the water together, shark attacks on people are infrequent. However, big species such as the great white and tiger shark pose a threat to swimmers, surfers, and divers, particularly when visibility is low. The bulk of shark attacks occur close to the shore and are often the consequence of misidentification. Rarely are these hit-and-run occurrences deadly. In 2021, according to the Florida Museum of Natural History's yearly assessment of shark attacks globally, there were only 11 fatalities out of 137 shark-human interactions. Number 9. Lionfish. There are 12 different species of terroir, sometimes known as lionfish, and they can all be distinguished from one another by the bright colors that resemble warning signs and the prickly rays on their fins. The Caribbean Sea and the Mediterranean Sea are currently being negatively impacted by two species of invasive lionfish that originate in the Indo-Pacific. As it is not known to be preyed upon by any other species, the lionfish is able to ingest vast quantities of crustaceans, mollusks, and juvenile fish. Lionfish are not aggressive, however the neuromuscular toxin that is carried in their spines is similar to that of cobra venom. Number 8. Pufferfish. Pufferfish are the second most lethal animal on the planet, despite the fact that they have an endearing appearance. Even though they are only 1 inch long, certain pufferfish species have enough venom in their bodies to kill up to 30 adults. Compared to cyanide, the tetrodotoxin that can be found in pufferfish is 1,200 times more dangerous. It does not drain from their skin, and it is also confined within their liver and genitalia, therefore it is impossible for it to leave their bodies. Despite this, there are still many that partake in the practice of consuming them. Only skilled chefs are allowed to prepare the Japanese delicacy known as fugu, despite the fact that many people make futile attempts to produce it. Number 7. Stingray. The most harmless looking of all marine animals is the stingray, which has earned the nickname the pussycats of the water. It is uncommon for venom from a stingray to be fatal, although it does induce excruciating pain and swelling at the site of the cut. Stingrays will bury themselves in the sand in order to avoid being discovered by potential prey. As a consequence of this, it can be challenging to spot them. In the event that a barb from a stingray's tail becomes stuck in your foot, you will sustain either a cut or a puncture wound. The poison is contained within the sheath that surrounds the stinger. If its venom enters the body, it would very certainly cause severe agony and will almost certainly cause damage to the muscles and tendons. The level of the pain caused by stingray injuries determines whether or not they can be treated at home. However, the majority of people who get stung will seek medical attention since the pain is so severe. Number 6. Flower urchin. The flower urchin is an alluring and seemingly risk-free killer, but its tentacles, which are shaped like flowers, are actually filled with a potent toxin. These tentacles, which are known as globiferous pedicellariae, are capable of injecting a poisonous substance when they are ruffled or brushed against. The size of the pedicellariae that are responsible for the transport of the venom has a direct bearing on how potent the poison is. The sting of a flower urchin can cause excruciating agony and temporary paralysis. Number 5. Sea snakes. There are over 50 different species of sea snakes, and every single one of them is incredibly dangerous due to the venom they carry. Sea snakes will bite if they feel threatened or if they are disturbed, despite the fact that they are often more timid than aggressive. The Dubois sea snake is responsible for carrying the most powerful neurotoxic substance, which can lead to trouble breathing as well as paralysis of the diaphragm and skeletal muscles. Due to the fact that sea snakes have very little teeth in comparison to their terrestrial relatives, it is conceivable for humans to be bitten without them even realizing it. They don't understand the gravity of their situation until the first symptoms show, at which point they realize it. Although the overall fatality rate is just approximately 3%, a bite from a sea snake has the potential to be fatal. If a victim is treated by trained medical professionals and given an antivenom in a timely manner, their chances of life will be significantly improved. Number 4. Cone snail. Snails are not even close to being in the running for the title of the marine species that is capable of causing the most deaths worldwide. These innocuous insects hide a potentially dangerous secret deep behind the intricate patterns on their shells. Cone snails are found in the tropical waters of the Pacific and Indian Oceans, typically in close proximity to coral reefs. Cone snails have a proboscis that is extremely sharp, which allows them to administer a sting that is lethal to their prey. It then uses a stinging barb at the end of its proboscis to draw its prey back toward itself, at which point it consumes it. After the fish has been totally rendered helpless, the cone snail will widen its mouth in preparation for the meal, during which it will swallow the fish in its entirety. Although cone snails do not hunt humans for food, many people are drawn to them due to the beauty of their shells. As a result, some people get wounded when they try to handle the snails. Number 3. Stonefish. Stonefish, which are the most venomous fish in the world, employ their poison to protect themselves from being eaten by other fish. The stonefish takes its name from the fact that it mimics stones and boulders that are found on the bottom. In order to ambush its prey, it makes use of its excellent camouflage, but despite this, it is frequently trampled on by humans who are unaware of its presence. When this takes place, the stonefish goes through a response that could prove to be fatal. It does it by using sacs that are found at the base of each of its 13 dorsal spines to inject the venom. The effect is agonizing, and in a matter of minutes, your foot will swell to more than 3 times its normal size. The first thing that should be done to cure a stonefish sting is to submerge the affected limb in very hot water for a few minutes. During this method, specific components of the venom are rendered inactive, making it possible to administer an antivenom. Stonefish stings can cause shock, respiratory problems, nausea, vomiting, fainting, delirium, and paralysis, but they only rarely result in death. Number 2. Blue-ringed octopus. Even though it rarely gets larger than a golf ball, the blue-ringed octopus nonetheless carries enough venom to kill more than 20 people. A number of different species of octopus store the microorganisms that they have obtained from the sea in their salivary glands. There are bacteria that produce tetrodotoxin in that area. After using its beak to create a hole in the shell of its prey, the octopus then spits a poisonous substance into the wound it created. This treatment quickly renders its victim helpless and immobile. The potentially fatal symptoms normally last between 4 and 10 hours, after which the individual has a dramatic improvement in their condition. Only 3 people have been known to pass away as a direct result of a bite from a blue-ringed octopus, which is somewhat surprising given the severity of the symptoms and the potency of the venom. Number 1. Box jellyfish. The box jellyfish, also referred to as the sea wasp, is so little that it is nearly invisible to the naked eye, but it can kill an adult in less than 3 minutes. The Irukandji jellyfish is one of the 51 species of box jellyfish, and despite having an average size of only 1 cubic centimeter, it is just as lethal as its 10-foot-long relative, Chironex fleckeri. Despite its small size, the Irukandji jellyfish can grow to be as large as 10 feet. According to research conducted on the Chironex fleckeri, the venom of this species is made up of different combinations of bioactive proteins that specifically target different parts of the victim's body. Between 50 and 100 individuals are killed each year by the box jellyfish, making it by far the most dangerous species found in maritime environments. Its complex venom, which can kill a person in fewer than 5 minutes, makes it one of the most lethal in the world, according to National Geographic. This video demonstrates that there are numerous other marine species that we should dread more than the great white shark. The most dangerous marine organisms are not those that frighten us the most, but those whose toxins can cause humans great harm. What do you think is the most dangerous sea creature? Tell us in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, like it and subscribe to our channel. Hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any other video.